Like I promised, we've got to talk about Lamar Jackson's comments. I've got the quote right here, so let me read it to you guys. So, he went to another play, and that's what helped us get the field goal drive going. I was happy for that timeout because we needed a little breather. I mean, why do you call a timeout on 4th and 19? Can someone please tell me, Adam, please?
Look, Dan Campbell already kind of talked about this in the postgame. He basically justified it by saying we wanted to make the right play. We wanted to get our guys in the best position to stop them from converting the 4th and 19. Great. Well, not only did it not work, it was the wrong move.
Mm-hmm.
This is very similar to teams in basketball, let's say, where you call a timeout late when all the momentum is in your favor. Remember the Steph Curry shot against Oklahoma City?
Yep.
Steve Kerr could have called a timeout. He let Curry dribble it up the court. He shot it basically from half court, made it game over. When you have momentum, you really, really shouldn't mess with it. Because it did take those 30 seconds for your team to go out there and not only throw the game away, but you actually gave Baltimore an opportunity to script a play and catch their breath. Lamar Jackson, I've said it multiple times today, was running for his life on the final drive. You were doing such a great job at getting to Lamar Jackson. The offensive line couldn't protect him if their lives depended on it. And you call a timeout after he scrambles to the sideline on 3rd and 19 and throws it away, and he looks desperate and exhausted and tired, and he looks flustered? You give a Baltimore Ravens team coached by John Harbaugh an opportunity to regroup and recover? That was your mistake, Dan Campbell. And yes, I actually appreciate Lamar's honesty here, because I'm sure he wasn't like, what? They really called a timeout? Why? Oh my God, I thought this game was over. Coach, what's up? All right, Lamar, calm down. Listen, guys, we need to give Lamar time. He'll make the throw. Here's the route. Here's the play. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to win this football game. Let's go, team. And that's what they did. They converted. And out of all odds, of course, there was the delay of game after that. Shoulda, coulda, whatever. You didn't lose the game because of a delay of game. And I promise you, if the delay of game was called, the Lions likely would have found a way to lose on the Hail Mary, or would have got a PI call at the goal line on the Hail Mary throw, or defensive holding, or pass. Anything would have happened that could have happened would have happened. It was meant to be. Why? Let's circle back one more time. Dan Campbell preached this offseason, we're going to take off kneecaps. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to punch you in the face. We're not going to let you beat us. And here's your first opportunity, Dan, to really drive that message home, not only with your locker room, but with the fan base. And what do? Jared Goff on that drive is 3 for 3 for 65 yards. You take the ball out of his hands, Baltimore couldn't stop or cover anything. And you run the simple run plays, really, clock management. Yes, you played your odds, Dan. That's what you get. John Harbaugh last week didn't play the odds. He took the game by the throat and said, no, we're winning this football game. I don't care what we have to do to get it. 4th and 1, I trust my quarterback. I trust my offensive line. I trust my team. And I sent that message. You know who didn't trust their team, trust their quarterback? Dan Campbell. And whether you want to admit it or not, his actions spoke for him, not his words. Now, Adam, you're overreacting. It's a hot take, Adam. No, it's not, actually. If you wanted to deliver and drive your message home, you would have been more aggressive on that drive. You had Baltimore reeling. Again, we talk about momentum. Baltimore were reeling. They couldn't stop you if their lives depended on it. And you gave them the ball because you wanted to take away the clock instead of just getting another first down and ending the game with a game-winning field goal. Where was the aggression? Where were the kneecaps? Where is all of this? Granted, you lost on a NFL record kick that only the bounce would happen against the Lions. Yes, we know. You somehow lost in that way. But let's forget about all that for a minute and remember what you failed to do leading up to that moment. You failed to deliver on the message you've been promising all offseason. And again, that doesn't mean you fired Dan Campbell. That doesn't mean I want him fired. No. I am holding him accountable for his words and his actions. I'm not making up anything here. And if you want to tell me otherwise, be my guest. I won't entertain it. Jeff?
I mean, that decision itself, we'll start with the decision to take the timeout. Didn't make a lot of sense. I get you want to put your defensive players in a good position, but they already were. They put Lamar on a 4th and 19. They were doing just fine. And the fact that you allowed him to take a break, have John Harbaugh and him discuss what play they want to check down to, change the play. It doesn't matter if it's Lamar Jackson, if it's John Harbaugh. It could have been Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid. It could have been Aaron Rodgers. With Matt LaFleur. It could have been Tom Brady with Bruce Arians. It does not matter. This happens. This is a NFL move, a very common one. The quarterback, especially in Lamar's position, hasn't found success. They're able to take a deep breath and change the play. That's NFL football, and they capitalized on it. Converted a 4th and 19 and put you in horrible position. And yes, you can blame the delay of game call because yes, it was BS. It wasn't called, but that's not the reason why the Detroit Lions lost. It can't be the sole reason. There's other things that happened prior that they slipped up on. The Jerry Jacobs running out of bounds on the punt that we got a turnover from that was gave back and we had to repunt it. It's the little things. It's the penalties you have to eliminate. It's the little mistakes, the coaching errors, the taking a timeout when you're not necessarily supposed to. Going back to last game versus the Packers, it's trying to get in the end zone before the half instead of leaving it up to just a field goal. It's just little things. And good teams have a play for every situation they're in. I mean, you don't have to grant them time to think. Once you put them in a bad position like the Lions did, you capitalize. You don't let them go through their plays and decide what they want to run. You already decide, we're going to run this play, and you're going to have to try and beat us out of it. It just didn't make sense. That ending to really put Lamar in a better situation. He literally said himself, he went to another play. That's what helped us get a field goal drive going. I was happy because that timeout, we needed a little breather. So that's all you take from it. It's a coaching error that ultimately could have won the game, but there's other things that led to the loss. I mean, there wasn't just the timeout. It wasn't just a delay of game. Those are two key parts, but the Lions need to play better offensively earlier, and they wouldn't even have been in the position to lose to a field goal. Or scoring a touchdown at the end of the game, and even if they score a 66-yard dink, a double doink, it doesn't matter. You still win the game. So I agree with your take, Adam. There is bigger fish to fry with this team, and I don't think the Lions necessarily, as well as the defense played, the offense was atrocious. They might not even deserve to win that football game because the Ravens wanted it more, and that's all that mattered at the end of the game.
Well, look at your offense. All right, guys, let's be honest. We have to go to break in a few minutes, but your first 7 possessions resulted in 0 points and 6 punts. Your first 7. Your next 3, touchdown, field goal.
Inconsistent.
Baltimore probably should have been up 27-24 nothing at halftime, but, it happened, whatever. But you can't excuse what happened in the moments before Lamar Jackson and company ever had the ball. And if you want to excuse that one on offense, fine. I know you can't excuse what happened on 4th and 19. Pre-timeout, post-timeout. Both inexcusable. So we'll leave it there. Kennedy, we got Fish's facts, don't we?